A story about the search for WMDs led to the discovery of VMDs. They're not weapons, but they are vampires, and we gotta find a way out, though we're not getting out. And I think the last time we saw, I think it was Salim and Jason taking an elevator down into the glowing green chamber. It seemed like the other characters weren't doing that great, but they were still alive. They were alive. We're gonna continue and see who we are continuing as. This is outside. That's not where we were.
Oh. Smells fried.
We're in hillbilly territory. What were we expecting? Cantaloupe caviar? Not exactly honeymoon material, is it?
I recall a certain somebody saying that she wanted to go ice climbing.
Ice climbing is relaxing.
What is it?
The guy who served me, I don't know, he was looking at me pretty strange.
Yeah, he probably doesn't get to see a woman like you around these parts very often. Especially one who's showered.
He was saying some weird shit.
Such as?
It's nothing, we should go.
No, come on, tell me.
He said I'll never again be as happy as I am now.
What the hell does that mean? You don't believe him, do you?
Of course not.
You know, my sole objective, Rach, is to make you happy. Doesn't matter where we are or what we're going through, I'll always put a smile on your face. See? I told you. Next time, all you have to do is whistle, and I'll come running to defend your honor.
Oh, like my very own loyal puppy dog.
Semper Fi. It means always loyal.
I'm more than capable of looking out for myself. Now get your feet off my dash, you hillbilly.
Man, why did I think of that just now? That was a weird memory to have.
Jason. Jason, you here?
Jason. Oh, man.
What the fuck?
Why didn't I listen to that guy at that diner? He was right. It's weird, but he was right the whole time. I was never that happy again.
Nick, I thought I lost you.
I thought I'd lost you.
Aww. Hey, can I get it? Can I get in there? Can I get in there too? Been a while.
Shit, it's malfunctioning.
Of course it is.
Colonel, you gotta go!
You too, Nick, you're coming with us.
Come on, Ray.
Wow, he's fast.
Shit.
I thought he was saying that for a second. Oh.
Todd, get out of here!
Stay out of sight.
Uh-oh. Do I have a heartbeat thing coming up? Feel like I have a heartbeat thing coming up. And here it is.
All clear.
That was too close. Come on, Marine, follow me.
You think that thing's gone? Looked like it went down that tunnel.
He's alive. Jason's alive.
Maybe things aren't going so badly after all.
I can't do this anymore. It's time. It's gotta be time.
Time for what?
You know what?
It really isn't the time.
We lay the cards on the table. We can't keep playing this, man.
Like, maybe when they get out of the cave.
No, you listen. If I get killed down here, I want to know I stood up like a real man, not some chump. Rachel, you said you tell him when the time was right.
But I meant after the vampires, babe.
Tell him the truth. You don't wear a ring because your marriage ended a year ago.
He's right. It is time.
I figured all this out already.
Roll it out for us.
I made it clear that
Now?
Yes, now.
I made it clear I've realized all this.
Fine. Eric, you and I, we had something very special, but that was a long time ago. This isn't about choosing. It's about knowing what's best for me. I want to start a new life.
I can give you that.
No, you can't. After we split, it took me a long time to find hope. Nick is hope.
See, okay, so Rachel chooses to move on.
Let it go, man.
Yeah.
All means nothing if we die down here.
It means something to me.
Let's find Kolchak.
All right. What lies beneath in the unknown structure? The green chamber.
I've seen some fucked up shit in my life. Nothing comes close to this. They don't seem to be following.
Do you like to wait for them, or...?
Don't need to be a smart ass. Just move.
Gotta stay alert. All right, let's take a look around, see if there are any, like... Yeah, there's a shiny over there. Mm-hmm. Finds Ledger 3, Van Hoyten. November. Many finds in the temple confirm our hypothesis that the temple was used for sacrifice. We know that a century-long drought affected the Akkadian Empire, the same dry spell that affected the Old Kingdom in Egypt. The drought caused the abandonment of many cities across Mesopotamia and drew the Gudian barbarian tribes down from the mountains to the plains, bringing them into conflict with the Akkadians. In this temple, we see evidence of an increasingly desperate attempt to turn the tide by appeals to the gods. Related find, R6, Black Onyx, Mesopotamium, Earth 3, period. Onyx stones were symbolic of negative energy and calamity, perhaps due to the belief that evil Udug demons inhabited the earth. R19, Hold Stone, Mesopotamium, and Earth 3, period. The stone shows figures praying towards an eclipse. Combined with R6, the piece portrays an eclipse that presages a disaster. R32, Ritual Tablet, Undated Akkadian. This clay tablet displays a scene of religious ritual. The bull headdress worn by the priest indicates a human sacrifice of acolytes, probably to read their future in the entrails. This suggests that the killings went beyond just Gudian captives. R73, Battle Tablet. Clay tablet depicting a battle scene. The headpieces of Akkadian warriors suggest this was a battle between Akkadians and Gudians. Doesn't seem like there's another page, so... I mean, I assume that we can't just go back up, so let's see what this says.
Safe way back? The hell was that?
Just kind of stood there for a bit and then slid a foot to the right or to the left, I think. It's like it didn't realize I was going to look at it. Wasn't sure what to do about that. Yes, I see. Yes, exactly.
What is that? Cocoon? It looks like those things came from here.
Yeah, is that what it looks like? I guess it could be.
Since when did you become a scientist?
They don't teach you American science at school.
Not in my county, no, sir.
Stay clear of it.
Belongs to Randolph Hodgson. Maybe it's got some intel that could help.
That didn't help him.
Ah, shit.
All the pages seem to be torn out. How odd. Yep, that's a person. Here's some pages. I guess we're not looking at the pages, we're looking at this.
Mary Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
She's gotta be his wife.
Your story didn't end so well, Jason.
What?
I can't end up like this.
It's true. Salim's got to make sure his son goes to college. When this temple falls, my wife and I will be out. I owe her that at least. The portrait that I carry in my watch case is the Mary that I remember. Not that I...
This was all Lady Bradshaw's doing. She knew all along what was down here. She led us to them. I found her below, hunched over the murdered corpse of Van Hoyten. As she turned to face me, I saw that she had changed. My hand fell to the closest weapon I could find, an iron tent peg. I stabbed her with the metal, impaling her in the heart. She died. Unholy screams echoed from deep below, as if answering the sudden release of blood.
Those metal spikes work really well.
Yeah, what you said. What the fuck is this place?
Is this hell? Is this even real? We are being judged. God is punishing us all for the mistakes we've ever made. Zane is all I have left in this world. After my wife left us, I gave him my all. I wanted him to have everything I didn't.
Single parent. Tough fucking gig.
It is. But my boy has made me very proud. He's going to London, to university. If only he would stop stealing. I miss him so much. Is your conscience clear, Jason?
Are these answers to that? The checkpoint?
Green zone. Checkpoint.
What checkpoint?
Nick and I, we were caught in traffic. Checkpoint had been hit before by suicide bombers. There was a woman. She was carrying a bag. Fuck.
Tell me.
I ordered for her to stop, loud and clear, but she didn't. She just kept on walking. I had to make a call. Nick, he shot her dead.
What was in the bag?
Groceries.
I don't understand. Why didn't she stop?
She didn't hear me. She had fucking headphones on. Huh. This bullshit. I'm not here to honor the dead. The truth is, my life was going nowhere fast. I jumped at the chance to sign up.
We all have our reasons. They don't have to be profound.
Profound, huh? When those towers were hit, I was stoned out of my fucking skull. I didn't even hear about it till a week later. How's that for profound? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here.
You're serving your country.
That woman had a family, friends. She had her whole life in front of her, and we snuffed it out with a single bullet. I mean, what the fuck? I can hear you thinking.
We're waiting for something to happen. Maybe we should take the initiative and make something happen.
What'd you have in mind?
We go inside there and we find a way to hurt them.
Those fucking things tried to fuck with our heads. They tried to kill us. But you and I, we're both standing. Start believing, Salim. We're gonna get out of here and see the sun again.
Is that what you truly believe?
Hoorah!
What on earth is that sound?
It's a Marine thing.
Oh, so does that make me a Marine too?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, huh?
Okay.
Hey, whatever happens out there, I've got your back.
We'll stand together. It's the only way.
Wait, are the vampires aliens? I mean, I guess they are. But we just had to, we kind of left that for a bit to have a heart-to-heart with Jason and Salim. But I guess it's aliens. Unless the aliens are imaginary. Like, possibly all this green stuff is hallucinogenic gas.
What is this?
Stay close.
All right, here we go. Explore the unknown, find a way to strike back.
Be where those those things come from.
Search the area.
So, question is, where the hell are they?
So, presumably, if this is some sort of massive alien ship, I don't suppose it would be too much to hope for that this story somehow ends with Salim and Jason somehow hijacking the ship and flying it out of the ground. It probably won't be that cool.
Salim, over here. What do you make of it?
This place could have been down here for thousands of years.
God didn't make these creatures.
No. It's possible we've got this wrong way around.
What's that supposed to mean?
Maybe we're intruding on them.
Salim, check this out.
Sounds like music.
That don't sound like any music from where I'm from.
Okay, maybe not music. Could be, a language.
You've seen those motherfuckers. They're not exactly the chatty type.
Well, they screech a lot. Could be saying something.
Underestimate them.
Maybe we just need to learn their language. Do I need to catch Salim? Actually, I don't see Salim. Where is he? I guess we don't worry about that. I mean, it is kind of dark, but like maybe he's standing in the background somewhere. Wow, the skin that he has preserved really well.
Shit.
Look at him.
Check out that armor. This guy's goddamn biblical.
Shit! Did you see that? I think he's still alive. Oh, that's impossible. In this place, everything's possible.
Holy shit. Fucker's been alive all this time? Just sitting here with half a head?
Fluid. It must have preserved his flesh, his brain. What should we do? We can't leave him like this.
Well, shit. He's had enough time to get used to it.
I'm serious. Oh! The noise will attract the vampires. I'll do it. ارتحت دلوقتي في موتك.
All right, that was the Guardian from the beginning of the game. I guess he's just been hanging out here all this time. Not sure if that counts as being a vampire or... Oh, stepped on some firecrackers. I mean, I don't know what you would do for him. Maybe you could like get like a little TV and bring it down here and just put it in front of him. It's really the best we can do for you. I'm sorry.
Lame. Looks like someone's been avoiding the dentist. No fangs.
Can you see? The bone is ruptured where they should be, as though smashed from the inside out.
What are you saying?
Maybe these things weren't originally vampires. Maybe they got infected.
Uh-oh, they were traveling here and their cargo got them. Which was that's the plot to Alien, but never mind that. Oh, is there something over there? No, maybe not.
Sleep.
What is it?
I think we hit the motherlode.
Ta-da!
Thinking cocoons?
Yeah.
Then I am thinking what you're thinking.
Quietly.
Yep. That's a skeleton. No doubt about it.
I got something for you. I'll cover you. Go.
Shit, Nicky. You turned up like the fucking cavalry. I thought you were dead.
Not my time.
Colonel, you made it.
Man, crawling through that tunnel was a highly unpleasant experience.
Good to see you again, ma'am. Take my hand. I'm glad you're here, man.
This place. What is this place? We need a plan.
Fuck those things up and get the fuck out.
Good plan.
Sergeant K, what do we got left?
So we got 8 clips of 556 FMJ, 3 40 mil high X rounds, a couple of 9 mil pistols, 4 clips between them. We'll make that work. And 1 block of composition C4.
What about the UV lamp?
Took a knock, but I can fix it. Just need a minute.
All in is not enough.
We've also got this.
It's old, unpredictable.
We work with what we got.
Our fuses are shot, but we can use the C4 to detonate them. Let's just hope they still pack a punch.
The vampires come from those cocoons. You saw how many there were in that vault? There could be thousands in there.
Should we blow them up? Burn as many of those motherfuckers as we can and head for the surface. What do you think, Sergeant?
Hoorah.
I'm not gonna allow him to carry a pistol.
We are way past that point now, ma'am. We stand together as one. Still got that med kit. Now'd be a good time to use it.
It's looking pretty late. I can only patch up 1 person. Press back home would have a field day with
Nick Tree. Okay, so Salim, I guess Salim, who was injured? Salim was injured. There was a second person who was injured. Rachel is also infected, which is not the same thing as injured. There was it Nick who got the injury? Was it Nick and Salim who got injuries? But Nick found the pack, and I guess is patching up Salim. Rachel is still infected, however.
Looks like our...
What was that? Salim took an injury. Nick used the medical kit to bind Salim's wounds.
friends were here too. We should search this place before we move out.
There. Got it.
I guess the expedition made it this far. What does their final log say?
How confident are you that they'll work?
They'll work. This thing with you, me, and,
Forget it, Nick.
I'm just saying...
Don't. Keep your head clear of everything but the task ahead. It's the only way we'll live.
I thought we cleared this up, Nick. I thought we had the big conversation a little earlier. As I discover more about the musical language of these creatures, my mind spins in wonder at how they came to be here. Did they soar through the skies in the days of dinosaurs? Did their great empires span the globe while we were still swinging from the trees? They are dead now. Their forms are somewhat like our own, but everything else we know about them is alien to life as we know it. The console displays what appears to be a constellation of stars, Cetus, as seen from Earth. Did they come here from beyond, crossing great gulfs of space to land here? Were they trying to get home? Uh-oh, what does this have to show us? Lighter? And, some... Is that the next game?
Over here.
Because they did that in previous games. I didn't recognize those characters, so that's probably something from the next game.
Singing. Are you okay?
There's meaning here.
It's a language formed from chords, musical scales, sonics. Mary was a pianist. She deciphered it. She thought these carvings represented the stars. Do you see? It's Cetus, the whale.
We're a long way from the night sky.
It's a mystery. According to the journal, there was only one scale of sound in the device. But Mary was studying it alone. I think there may be another. I'm going to need your help.
What can I do?
This console is too big to operate single-handedly.
Alright, you just kind of scraped it with her finger in a circle.
Isn't that something? And Mary Mary believed that these creatures were once peaceful. Her language was one of music. How could they not feel emotion? Then a tragedy fell upon them. Their great empire collapsed. Their music fell silent, and they turned on each other. What happened? Sickness? Madness? What turned them from architects into killers? Whatever it is, it twisted them. Now they're creatures of hate. Animals. Dead things. With no one left to kill. So they slept. And they waited. They waited for us.
Shit! Rachel!
Rachel?
Rachel!
Rachel. Rachel, look at me.
She has it. It's inside her.
Oh, what's the bearing? Let's see. As the infection took hold, Rachel had a vision of the creature's past. I see. They got the genetic memory. She remembers the collective history of the species. Oh, that was badass.
This isn't their home. It's an ark.
Just wish I could see that without it hurting so much.
Do something! She's turning into one of them!
Please, Rachel, you have to hold on.
It's killing me.
I'll put her out of her misery. Hold her the fuck down.
We can still save her.
There's gotta be a way, we can't lose her!
There's no other way. Hold her down.
You gonna kill her like you killed Clarice?
That's the plan. Yeah. Let's see where this goes.
Jason. Don't do it.
I have to put you down.
But me.
It's me. Jason. Please, put down the gun.
Oh, what's the relationship now? Jason chose not to kill Ray. You know, I feel that that's the least we all want from a relationship, for someone to choose not to kill us.
Hey, you. Why didn't you do it?
Because we gotta have hope.
Wait, may I suggest something? Fuck, man, just say it. There may be another way. The fluid in the cocoons.
Yeah, drink it. Drink the fluid.
Shit, I think I know where you're going with this.
Chug, chug, chug.
The fluid, it keeps the flesh alive, but it stops the aging.
How could you possibly know that?
I saw it. A man covered in this fluid, he should have been dead, but he was alive. It kept him alive. If we can get Rachel in there, it could stop this.
Shove her in the cocoon.
For real.
That's crazy. We don't know anything about it.
It could stop her from transforming. The cocoon will keep her safe until we return with help. It's our only hope.
Yeah, let's get in the cocoon.
Just do it. Anything to stop this.
I like where this is going. Can't wait for Eric to write up the report of this mission. And then we shoved Rachel King into an alien cocoon. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
There's no more time. Maybe we can burn the infection out of her.
I'll do it. She's dying.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Sometimes you just gotta get it up. What's the bearing? Eric used the UV wands, removed the parasite from Rachel's body. See? We didn't need the shooter.
Oh, that was inside me. I'm gonna kill that fucking thing.
All right, kill the parasite. I can't, okay, there we go. Wasn't able to move for a second there. And again? I don't, why is that working like that? Oh, there. Slide into position. Why is it doing that? All right, okay. How far away can I be from it? Where it registers as looking. Okay, no, that one was how it's supposed to look. That one was proper. Oh, the axe kick. Well, I mean, you probably should just burn it, I would say. Oh, I found a secret, I guess. All right, now what about this thing?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Those mounds are made of cocoons. Thousands of them. If we set the charges there, they'll all burn.
Shit, they're hatching. We gotta move. Quick. Okay, listen up. We've been hit hard tonight. We lost brothers.
Poor Melvin.
But now, it's time to get some payback. We plant charges on as many of those clusters as possible and then detonate them remotely. Second those charges go off, we haul ass to the exit. If luck is on our side, we'll do more than fry a few vampires. Create a diversion.
If we die here, at least we'll take some of those bastards down with us.
Okay. Who's going to place the dynamite?
Alright, fuck it. I'll do it.
You're crazy. We'll do it together.
Nah, the more of us down there, the more chances we'll get seen. Takes a detonator. If I don't make it...
Nick!
Hear me out. If I don't make it, I want you to blow those charges. Just don't go getting trigger happy on me.
Every step of the way, you keep in radio contact.
And if there's no radio signal?
Then I'll pop a flare. See it go up, you hit that detonator.
Be quick and be safe. You hear me, buddy?
You'll need this.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Colonel.
What's the bearing? Eric loaned the UV wand to Nick when he entered the cocoon vault. Right. I guess that would have happened anyway. I don't think he can lose. Okay, if he died earlier, I guess he wouldn't have been able to give Nick the wand at this point.
Make it out.
There's one ahead of him. To his left.
Nick, the cocoons are hatching ahead of you. You gotta move fast.
First dynamite is down. Over. Which way? Left or right?
Nope, what's the bearing? The blood from Nick's injury woke a creature in the cocoon vault.
Holy shit.
It's getting kind of hairy down there, brother. Why don't you ditch the rest of those charges and head back?
Look at that, man. It's the motherlode.
It's too far.
Let's go for it.
I'm going for it. This is way too easy.
Oh no.
What is it?
There are too many. He's a dead man.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Wait! What will warning him do now? There is no way out.
Hey, how's it looking up there?
You know he won't make it. Let him finish his work. He won't even feel it when it comes.
It's clear, Nick. You're all clear.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get a choice for that.
There's that tell again. They're onto me, aren't they?
Sorry.
Like I said, no one's got the balls to tell it to the trick. Get that dead thing ready. Charges in place.
Nick! Answer me, damn it!
What? No, I don't think he's gonna answer you.
Let me hear your voice.
And he's just kind of standing there.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Does anyone copy?
Is it Nick?
He's alive. Nick, confirm your position.
I'm 200 meters from the door. Bearing 320. But I'm injured. I need help.
Oh, what's the bearing? Battlefield cornered Nick after he planted extra charges in the cocoon vault.
Hang tight, Sergeant. We're on our way.
Hang it tight, sir.
Can't you get me?
Eyes forward at all times. Hey, are you with me? She can go down in 24 hours.
Nick, I need you here.
Nick, I need you here.
Nick, I need you here.
Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here. Nick, I need you here.
fuck is Celine? Those charges were a godsend. Feels like this whole damn place is coming down. Celine, he's still alive. Celine, come in, man. Are you there?
I am surrounded. I'm in real trouble here. Vampires. So many vampires. What's there to think about? We go back down there. We die with them.
He's a dead man. We need to go. That man is not one of us.
No, we don't leave a man behind, sir.
You're wrong. Salim is one of us now. Marines don't leave their own behind. You hear me, Salim?
What's the relationship? Jason recognized Salim as part of the team and was determined to save him.
Tell my son I did everything I could.
Tell him yourself. I'm coming to get you.
Nope, bearing, what's this? Jason went back into the city to rescue Salim because they bonded in the catacombs. Semper Fi.
Come to join the fun. Jason!
Seriously, just throw that thing at me.
I did.
Let's get out of here.
Takes more than a few bats to kill you.
Oh man, that was unfucking believable. Those things were all over us, but me and Salim busted through them like it was the last down of the goddamn Super Bowl. Listen up. I'm not out of the woods yet. What I see in front of me, you're the best. Fuck that. Best of the best. And we will get home.
Hoorah! Hoorah? Hoorah!
This way! Hurry! Come on. We go together.
What are we looking at? All right. Now, there's always the chance that a bunch of my characters might still die because they did not overcome their negative character traits. So, let's not celebrate yet.
Statue! There's a way out!
There is? Why don't we take that way out to begin with? I was kind of wondering what were they going to do when they got back up here, because there was no way out when they were here the first time. Okay, that's all they needed to do. I'm sorry. Okay. That was all that was needed.
We made it. Soak up those rays, guys. Soak it all up.
You still with me, buddy? We got two alive. They're fucking ready to go home, Marines here.
Dropkick to Coyote 2. Radio check. Over.
This is Rhino 1-5. Solid copy. We're 5 minutes from your position. Where the hell have you guys been? Over.
Yep, bearing updated. Air support was nearby when the survivors emerged on the surface. Yeah, because the choice back at the beginning, we decided we would call an air support. It all comes around in the end.
We got back up again. We beat the enemy.
I forgot how bright it is out here.
You think those shepherds are still around here? I could use a cold one.
I could use some heroin at this particular juncture.
You must be worried about me.
No, not again.
Give the vampires the heroin.
Shore up the defenses! Lock this place down tight! How long until the damn eclipse passes?
6 minutes, Max. We just need to hold out. This is way too long. We can't rush the damn moon. They're breaking inside.
Anyone got any more bright ideas?
I mean,
We can hold them off.
wouldn't flares be good for in this particular situation?
It's been interesting knowing you.
Eat the vampire! Eat the vampire! It'll be like poetic justice. Watch out, you guys. You got gas masks on. The vampires come out again. That probably means you're dead.
We've got 5 survivors.
Remember when you vomited up that vampire larva? It was wild, huh? Yeah, I remember that. That was just like a few minutes ago. Oh yeah, that was real messed up. I would never want to do that. What that tastes like, by the way. Can we all please stop talking about my vampire larva vomit? I don't really want to talk about it. House of Ashes.
The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Bravo! It appears your charges have emerged from their hell in one piece, although this ordeal will continue to haunt them for the rest of their lives. I look forward to our next encounter. Perhaps I'll choose a story that's a little more homely next time.
No, we did like...
Where you'd be guaranteed of a decent night's sleep.
No, we did a small town last time.
Rest assured.
We don't need to go back to that.
Whatever it is, you'll find it extremely hard to leave. Until the next time.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be playing... Yeah, I do. I'm sure I'll be playing this next year as well. Goodbye. You know, that little speech he gave about how, Oh, hold on. Oh, no, these are the credits. Okay. But there's, like... Is there, like, maybe an epilogue here in the credits?
You're late, and you look like shit.
I just got off the red eye. What's your excuse?
Good flight?
Oh, shit movie, shit meal, no leg room.
They cram you in the back?
By the toilets.
Nice.
Coffee wasn't so bad, though. Good fucking muffins.
Did you read the brief?
On the flight. How's it going with the analysis team?
4 of the ISG units survived. They're being debriefed through here. Shall we?
After you. And the entities?
Like nothing we've seen before. Kolchak Jason, First Lieutenant, Marine Force Recon.
The best of the best, huh?
Or so they advertised.
Fuck! Now how many times do I have to keep telling you the same damn story?
I understand. However, CENTCOM needs to iron out any irregularities.
Such as? The whole fucking thing was irregular.
Such as why you allied with an enemy combatant?
You weren't fucking there! Those things were ripping us to shreds. I don't give a damn who it was. We needed all the help we could get. I stepped back into that hell to save Salim. And that man was worth 5 of you people. Semper fucking Fi!
So they cooperated with an Iraqi soldier down there?
Republican Guard, if you can believe it. Must have made a hell of an impression for Kolchak to go back for him.
I'm dying to meet this guy.
I am not answering any more questions until I see my son!
That's not how we do things around here.
You don't have a clue. Jason came back for me. What does that tell you? Down there, this damn war of yours was over.
I'd like to talk more about the entities.
The vampires.
I'm finding it very hard to believe that you killed those things with that.
Untie me, and I'll show you how I did it.
The analysis team are still pulling specimens from the site. It's carnage down there.
They used dynamite?
We don't know how they got their hands on it.
No, I'm done. I told you already. It was a city, a goddamn city full of those things. There were cocoons down there. Fucking thousands of them.
How many organisms were still alive down there?
Too many. Oh, for Allah's sake. They're all fucking burdened.
This is like Winterfold all over again.
Uh-huh. Ah, and here we have Colonel Eric King, our in-house genius. He definitely got more than he bargained for.
Everything you know about biology just went up in smoke. These things, they're advanced. They're stronger than us, more intelligent than us.
If you want to get ahead of this, you need to start taking me seriously.
None of us doubt the severity of the situation, Colonel. A number of people have died.
I made it out alive. And I'm gonna make sure those things stay buried in that hellhole where they belong.
Let's move on to Kalis.
Well, do you believe me now?
This is Miller. He'll be fully debriefing you.
Debriefing? You need to get your damn priorities straight. Those things are still down there. What are you doing about them?
There will be plenty of time to talk things through. Right now, I suggest you count your blessings that you came through the other side. It's nothing short of a miracle that you survived down there.
I learned not to rely on anyone but myself. I was stronger than them all.
We'll be back shortly.
We still on for next Sunday?
Janet's making hot pot. You bet your ass we're on.
I'll never get used to this job.
Why would you want to?
At least this one was localized.
Small blessings.
So, what do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
Is that the SCP? Is that a thing in this world of the dark pictures? Well, I do like that they had an epilogue. They did that in Until Dawn, where you saw like snippets of interviews with the survivors, and this is some song they picked. And obviously, the only people that you would see would be the people who survived. But in this case, everyone survived. Hey, how about that? And it turns out that getting Rachel infected, because we did that, well, it was an accident. But because I made that accident, we ended up seeing the origin of the vampires. We saw them traveling to Earth, crashing to Earth on their ship. And Rachel survived anyway. I do like the idea that she wasn't even allowed to take a shower before the questioning because she was still covered in blood. Yeah, I like that. The fact that, you know, for a game that advertises that your choices matter, I do like the epilogue happening there. And I assume that the things that they said in the epilogue were based on choices we made, such as Jason bonding with Salim, or how when Rachel said that she's tougher than all of them. I assume that. Oh, hold on.
To be a killer. Think of the most profound thing you've ever done. The most beautiful thing you've ever created. And I promise you, it's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone. To see the fear in their eyes, to feel them pawing at you for release, to hear them pleading, begging. That's true art. That's what you have to be, an artist. I've left my mark on the world. Have you?
Ooh, the season 1 finale. Now that looks more macabre than we've been getting from the Dark Pictures. All right, well, that's it for House of Ashes. Were there any bonus features? I wasn't sure what the curator's little monologue at the end was about when he was talking about how the mind is a place that can be either heaven or hell. What does that have to do with anything that happened here? Like, that seems like it would have been more appropriate for Little Hope.
When the queen bitch finds out about this, she's gonna flip her shit.
Rachel and I, we know each other.
Sir?
The queen bitch you're referring to is his wife. Nice work, Hotshot.
Ashley Tisdale, welcome. Now, Ashley plays Rachel in Supermassive Games' Dark Pictures Anthology's House of Ashes. All right, Ashley, what can you tell me about your character?
My character, Rachel, is a CIA operative, and it is taken place in 2003 in the Gulf War. And she is on a mission to find chemical weapons, so she's pretty badass.
Ashley, would you mind
First time doing a video game.
widening your eyes and like moving your head in an unnatural manner so you could more resemble your video game version?
Obviously, a different approach to it. I do a lot of voiceover for animation series, so I would say it's more in line with that because you're in a studio all day and it's like you and the script and then also like some of the other characters, but it's just like kind of going through it really fast versus, you know, one scene on a TV show or a movie could take like an hour to 2 hours. So you're constantly going through it. It's a really long process, but it's cool, it's different. You're wearing like heavy machinery on your head and it's like getting all of your facial expressions. So it's pretty crazy.
You can just be like completely like so muscular by the time you're done. Your neck will be.
Yeah, I got the traps.
Yeah, the strongest neck ever now.
Yeah.
And how do you prepare for something like that then? I feel like is the script, it's not maybe necessarily you're preparing for particular scenes, everything is so varied. How do you really kind of get ready for it?
Well, you see, I act. You see, I'm an actress, and I act is how I do it.
Like either with a movie or a TV, because it's the same thing of how I approach animations, is that I know when I'm here, I'm gonna be with the director and they're gonna have me do it like multiple different ways because there is multiple different directions the character can go. So if I were to fully prepare, I would maybe like put myself in this like, well, it's gotta be this way. And I wanna feel free to like be able to have them say, do it more sympathetic and do it more angry. And so I kind of don't fully prepare. I just know who the character is, and as long as
You see, I believe in method acting, so I joined the Marines actually
The guy served me. I don't know. He was looking at me pretty strange.
in preparation for this role.
Probably doesn't get to see a woman like you around these parts very often, especially one that's showered.
But with any series or film, there's just that one linear path for your character,
Yeah.
and with this, you have the option of
There's
living out
many
the
different
multiple. Yeah, how do you kind of keep it all straight or keep a continuity with your character through all that?
Honestly, I don't even remember half of it. You know, I think it's just obviously relying on the director, and the guys at Supermassive, they're just really great at knowing where we are in the storyline, and so it's just heavily trusting them.
There's like a part in this where apparently I vomit up a vampire, and I'm anxious to see how that looks on the screen.
So many different areas that it can go, and I could die in one of the things, and I could become a vampire. I can like live. It's just like it's so crazy how opposite.
It's got to be interesting too to think that someone's gonna like play you in a game, and then maybe you'll die or you'll live or you'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me that if I die in the game, I die in real life. So,
Face.
I mean, I hope people are pretty good at video games when they play this. I don't want to find out if it's true or not.
More cinematic and like the movies, that it's pretty wild. It's like beautiful to watch, but it's gonna be crazy.
Now, I guess we have a couple rapid fire questions that I'd like to hit you with as well. Okay, ready for this? Okay,
ready.
so bitten by a vampire or buried alive?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, bitten by a vampire.
Oh, really?
Well, then you get to live forever, so, you know.
That is true. Okay, I never thought of that element of it. Things that you've shot so far, do you have a favorite scene?
I think my favorite scene would have to be probably early on between Rachel and her husband. It's a flashback, and it's them in the car. And it's
Oh yeah, that. They were hit by a car?
about it is that
What did that have to do with anything?
Rachel was and how it changed
I didn't think about that, but that was 3 years previous, and they were hit by.
in the game. That it's just
There was they were hit by a car. They were in an accident, so
and
that ruined their marriage. Is that right? Why would that ruin their marriage? Did he blame her for the accident?
I don't know. He was looking at me pretty strange.
You know, my sole objective, Rach, is to make you happy. Doesn't matter where we are or what we're going through, I'll always put a smile on your face. See? I told you.
So how do you get into that? Because I feel like, you know, it's sometimes it's such a sudden change from one scene to the next. So how do you kind of really get into that moment so quickly?
I think how we've done it is that we would start off with the earlier stuff. So
Okay.
it's kind of like you're building to the bigger pieces. And yeah, usually the end of the day, we'll have like the biggest stuff, whether that's us like screaming and fighting, because it obviously drains us and our vocals. So, you know, they know to kind of like have us do the whole like action stuff at the very end of the day.
They're breaking through the perimeter.
You got any bright ideas? Now's the time.
So in scenes like this, is there anyone else in the room, or are you just saying sound bites? I mean, I assume it's just individual sound bites, right?
It'd be odd of being like, okay, now we're gonna be.
You probably don't have like everyone in the room like that.
You're gonna be back alive again, and this is a touching moment, and you're gonna die. Yeah, and the first time it's gonna be like a strange experience, kind of going off on your own and acting out that kind of separate.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting process to watch, and it's different from anything I've ever done.
Has it been hard to navigate doorways with the camera on? Like, do you find your...
Oh, no, I take them off right away.
Okay.
Anytime I can get a break, because it is a heavy thing, and so it's just like most of the time I'm sitting on the couch with it, like holding the helmet up, because it's like, you know, it's like a weight on your head. So it's pretty crazy.
It's expensive equipment. You don't want to like bang it on a door frame.
No.
Well, now that they've got you in the game, they can put you in anything.
Is that a threat?
I'm so excited because I've never been able to play something like this.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pazuzu really didn't have anything to do with it, with like the story here. They made you think it was gonna be demons. It was not demons. It was aliens. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about that bit we saw at the Little Hope Diner. I guess they started drifting apart after the car accident, but I'm not really sure why. I don't really know why that would why that caused them to not love each other anymore. Like unless Eric blamed her for the car accident, but in the game it didn't sound like he felt that. I don't remember him bringing something like that up. I don't know. Anyway, they have an interview with a monster. Oh, he can move his finger. This one, this one, this one, this one, maybe this one, maybe no, this one, this one, this one. Monster Maker. Let's hear about those monsters.
The creature has powerful claws and fangs formed from hardened, unidentifiable tissue. 2 of the incisors appear grossly malformed and discolored. Blood is like nothing I've seen.
Well, kind of like a rabbit, I guess. I guess I've seen a rabbit.
Truth, a piece of folklore or a piece of mythology. With vampires, obviously, there's so much to choose from cultures all the way around the world. So rather than pick one particular legend, we thought it would be fun to create a monster that ties all of those legends together in some way. So we had an idea for a creature that lives underneath the ground and emerges every few years. Our vampire is actually an alien parasite. It invades a host body. The creatures that you see in House of Ashes, the winged demonic creatures, were actually once a intelligent race of cosmic nomads traveling through the stars on this big generation ship. They somehow picked up this alien parasite and it ravaged through their crew, and their ship went out of control and crash landed into prehistoric Earth, where it was buried under the ground in what is now the Zagros Mountains. Being a parasite, this alien slug needs to find a host body, a living body or a recently dead one. Once it invades that body, it grows inside it, killing the host if host is still alive. And its tendrils reach out into the host's brain and hijack its central nervous system, sort of reanimating it. It then goes on the hunt for blood.
This does mean that potentially any animal could be a vampire. Like, we were thinking about maybe like making
on the adrenaline in
like a vampire bear, and we thought that would be badass.
Prey, so it
we didn't go with that one.
To kill out until the blood is really, really pumping, and then it strikes.
You keep lookout. Fuck!
Lookout for what?
We wanted to show the viewer.
We also considered having this game take place in the Arctic and have vampire penguins.
It's a vampire, and then finally...
We thought, but we decided those wouldn't look scary enough.
So just to explain where the parasites have come to infect some of our game characters, this shows a game character who's going through different stages, is infected, starts to affect the character, and there's a final look from that where the fangs are coming through the skull. So that's one of the developments of how our classic vampire is actually a host. Another example of that is an Akkadian warrior who's been taken over by the parasite, and again the fangs have come through, the vines are poking through the head. This human is now being taken over, his skin is dying, the parasite is trying to grow within. But we progress that into looking at the design on the alien demon, I call it. This had to have very unique elements that came through from the head design. So we've got a very animalistic head here, but also we've got the fangs. These fangs are coming from the parasite.
Here's the alien about to kiss a marine.
Forming the shape of the...
Most of my concept art involves kissing.
What happened to your teeth, buddy?
We refined that further to what is our final head.
Most of that was not accepted by the game director.
Flexes open, a bit like a frill lizard, where the frill of the canopy comes out. Our head is actually moving apart, and we've got illustrations that show that where the head is dormant and is concealed, but then as it hears and wants to resonate, the skull expands open, and that then allows the creature to hear and pick up on anything within the environment.
In addition, it's got an arse that won't quit. Very proud of that.
And that provides a foundation for the vampire. It's bipedal and human in its structure, but we've just changed things, tweaked them, made them a bit more alien. So, for example, the ribs joined together at the sternum to form a rib cage, but we've expanded it out quite a lot, and some of the ribs are fused together to make bony plates. It's just to suggest that it's had a very different evolution from a human. We tried a version with human-style legs, but in the end, we went for a dog-type leg. It just made it more creature-like and more threatening. And we added bird-like talons on the toes, just to give it some natural weapons and make it into a predator. We didn't want to focus too much on bat reference, because we were trying to steer away a bit from the classic bat-like vampire. We did go for 2 sets of bat-like wings.
I was about to ask about that.
Games of the vampire jumping down from above, backlit with its wings out in an attack pose.
It is quite bat-like.
When we saw that pose, we decided to add an extra set of wings attached at the hip joint. It just really helped.
We call them the butt wings.
The environment is very interesting because they can use not just the floor, they can fly as well. They can walk on the walls, but they've got claws. So imagine something really interesting in a cave where you've got creatures coming towards you, from every angle. I think that visually is something impactful and very interesting to look at, and scary.
One of the interesting parts is the finding of those nuances and details that really bring the character to life. How does it move? How does it behave and act? We had motion capture, and then we had the more traditional computer animation keyframing. On the motion capture side, there were a variety of different setups that we tested. We had arm.
Yeah, that's what I want. This is the part I want to see.
And then we had various different.
Show me this.
That our creature actor used. But what was apparent when filming this was that it really limited his movement. So in the end, we decided not to use any of that, and he just performed himself. Basically, this gave him the freedom to really express that physicality in acting and gesture.
Can I get a mod for the game that replaces the models of the vampires with models of that guy?
The vampires have these head plates, these bony kind of gristly structures on their heads that click and vibrate, kind of like a bat's echolocation. They're used to survey environments and to locate prey. We went through a lot of different iterations and we tried a lot of different things. Like I think I sampled keyboards and mouse clicks and then used a scooter fender and a wet trainer. And it made this organic, clicky, squeaky sound. And then I had a friend of mine, like in the States, take a taser to a bunch of meat and a bunch of like organic material. And it came out a lot more aggressive. It just sounded meaner.
I got something for you!
And then the biggest thing that we had was this little tiny drum and a rod with fishing line in between it. So when you twisted a rod, it made this clicking and popping sound. So that ended up being one of the main tonal layers for it. But none of them quite fit right. But once we put them all together and like layered them all together on top of each other, then it started to actually work as a holistic organic thing.
Something entirely new to House of Ashes, which is a classic horror movie trope, is the vampire point of view shots, which we use a very wide lens and we use some perspective distortion on those shots, which helps sell the power and hunger of the vampires as they're chasing the soldiers, and it helps make the soldiers feel very small and very weak. And doing so, it also helps us as the player realise that these vampires are inhuman, and that when we're watching what they're doing, they're bouncing off of walls and they're climbing on the ceilings and flying. At any time in the game, the players could be running through an endless maze of tunnels, and we use very tight shots on these with a lot of handheld, a lot of tilt again, to emphasise this claustrophobicness and this tension and not being able to see what's chasing them. And it's in complete contrast then to later on in the game where we see these grand environments that they uncover, which could be a temple, a city, or things like that, that we have these wide shots that really sit still and just let the player soak in that environment.
This is the most complex creature that we have ever animated in the studio. But the challenge is more than a challenge, is the fun to do it. Because it's not a real creature. You can push it in a way that you can use your imagination to make it more interesting.
We're facing an enemy we know zero about. An enemy of unknown size and their home turf. Sucks to be us.
And that's the monsters. Does look like that there are other bonus materials, but they are locked. Unlock by finding Randolph's Journal, parts 1 through 5, and parts 6 through 10. I guess I did not find all of those journals. All right. Collectibles. Plenty of these that I did not get. But this, I assume, is the one for the next game. Lighter, light it up. Boom. Ah! No! Yeah. It's got to be next game. Alright, well, that is our playthrough of House of Ashes. As far as these 3 Dark Pictures chapters go, this was the most action-packed. It was the one that had the most stuff happening. Wasn't sure how I was feeling about it at the beginning, but I think it did pick up in the end, even though it wasn't, I wouldn't say it's really like that much of a cohesive story, because it's more like what would be cool to do. They're going to fight some vampires, but oh my god, they're aliens. And it's not just aliens, but it's specifically going to be directly inspired by the ship from Alien, and it's like basically the same backstory. And then there's gonna be a scene at the end where everyone's like knife fighting the alien vampires. They're holding a flare in one hand and a knife in the other. It was just like, it's just like cool stuff was happening in the last third of this game. So that automatically puts it above Little Hope, which was nothing cool was happening at any point in the game. And the story just kind of erased itself in the end. In Man of Medan, I probably thought the story the story was simpler, maybe a little better, but not much was really happening in the game. There was too much of nothing. There was some stuff there were some points in Man of Medan that I did like, but there was kind of too much of nothing, I think. Whereas this game, there weren't any points in this game, I think, where there was nothing. I think this game did consistently have something happening. And it was more exciting than the previous chapters. So probably this is the best of the 3 chapters so far. And as we saw, the 4th one, the end of Season 1, they call it. Is it really a Season 1 if it takes you 4 years to get them out? I don't know if that counts as a season. But it looks like that one is going to be more of a macabre horror, more of a Saw kind of inspired horror. So, I mean, once again, we'll see how that goes. But hey, for once, the monsters were not imaginary. They did have a twist, which was instead of being vampires brought on from a curse from the gods, which is what they were making us think at the beginning, it was aliens. It was aliens the whole time. So that was the curse. That was the twist. But it turned out that nothing was actually imaginary. So, hey, that's good. It's good they did not lean on that for a third time. But one thing I'm wondering is that they're starting to imply in this one that there might be some connective tissue between these stories, as we did see a scene at the Little Hope Diner, and the epilogue at the end indicating that there is some sort of SCP Foundation that handles these things in this world. Presumably they also were the soldiers who showed up to the Medan at the end of Man of Medan, because there are endings in which like the government shows up and could potentially shoot your characters dead. There are endings that involve that. So maybe that would also involve the same Black Ops organization, something like that. So I don't know if they're going to continue making things more connected as things go on. That does seem to be the trend when it comes to a series. People want a shared universe instead of standalone stories. So maybe there will be more that connects things, which, hey, you know what that means? It means there is a very real potential that the bus driver will show up again in one of these things. That at some point, we might see the bus driver again. It could happen. And maybe that'll happen in part 4 of the Dark Pictures, which, of course, we will be playing next year. I guess overall, I do feel pretty good about it after finishing this, as opposed to Little Hope, in which my feeling was, I don't know if I want to play these anymore. I'm back to feeling kind of chipper about the whole thing. You know, the mood has taken some big swings, some big peaks and valleys over the course of this. When Man of Medan first came out, I was really looking forward to it because I liked Until Dawn a lot. Then after Man of Medan was over, I was like, mood is kind of in the middle, here. I don't. Then Little Hope comes out, big valley. After that game's done, just real big valley there. And then this game comes out, and I'm like, yeah, tentative hope. And now I think the mood has gone back up a bit, up to the positive side. And now I'm thinking, okay, I'm interested in seeing how this 4th one is going to turn out. And maybe things will actually come together as we, that is one thing that I've mentioned, that I kind of hope that someday when they release the last chapter of the Dark Pictures, that they do something to sort of bring things together. So I'm kind of surprised that they're actually kind of hinting a little bit at that. But we'll see how it goes next year when we meet the curator for the 4th time for, I guess, a story about a serial killer is what it looked like. We'll see at that time. That's been the Dark Pictures House of Ashes.